The Ontario Human Rights Tribunal has received a case filed by Mr. Won Jean Daniel Kim, who is suing his women and gender studies professor because she failed him for never having come to class. Now, Kim explains that after coming the first day of class and discovering that he was the only male in the class, he felt too much anxiety to attempt to go ever again. He said, quote, "The thought of spending 2 hours every week sitting there for the next 4 months was overwhelming," end quote. He stayed enrolled in the class, however, but never returned. He asked the professor to waive the 15% of his grade that was based on attendance and participation, but of course she refused, which is her right. He also asked her at the end of the semester to change his grade. Again, she said no. He also claims that he didn't know how poorly he was doing in the class because assignments were passed back during class and she did not post grades online. He said that this is the digital era and felt that that particular thing was unreasonable. She should be expected to post her grades online. He said, quote, "If you want to attract males to these courses, you have to work with them. My request for accommodation was reasonable." He claims that he is a victim of discrimination because he is male. The Human Rights
What?
The Human Rights Tribunal disagrees, however, and this case isn't likely to go very far. One of the people at the tribunal said there is no evidence of discrimination, and the applicant has not satisfied them that there has been any kind of harassment or discrimination in this case. And he also noted that there was no chance for there to be any cases of discrimination since he never even gave the women or the class a chance. So,
Well,
think he's
look,
got women issues or what?
I just gotta say, there's one word that describes this man's problem. Wah. I cannot believe this guy. Like, oh man, I don't want to go in that classroom full of women. Are you fucking shitting me?
It's almost sad that women would cause, a real man in real life to
What is this,
be
like
so anxiety ridden
or something like that?
It's like he's being asked to sit. It's like he's being asked to sit in an enclosure with a bunch of wild animals. Oh my God! They're gonna eat me alive in there. Well, you can't leave me alone with them.
Like if I had been, I'm married, okay, a happily married man, right? If I was single, if I were single, I'd wreck that class. Oh, I'd tear it up. Whole classroom full of women.
Right. I wouldn't freak out if I wouldn't freak out if I was in a classroom full of guys. It's obviously he says he's shy, but come on. I mean, it's got to go deeper than that. The problem is he's not admitting that he has a problem. He's lashing out on everyone else for not.
No, what he's doing is he's expecting some sort of like rule change. And this
he's expecting
treat me special because I can't handle a room full of women. Really? You can't handle a room full of women? What's wrong with you?
Yeah. He expects other people to, conform to his own personal preferences and anxieties, obviously. He obviously has a serious anxiety issues when it comes to women. I mean, have you ever watched The Big Bang Theory? I mean, this guy's Raj. The character can't be around women, and he can't talk when he's around women unless he's drunk.
Oh, okay, so to be a little bit more serious now on this, if he does have a social anxiety issue, well, he's in Canada, right? Well,
right.
You know what?
Yeah.
Canada covers that.
Mm-hmm.
Go get some help.
He definitely has.
You have no excuse to not get help. This is just like him just not wanting to show up for class. I don't even think it has anything to do with the women on second thought. I think it's just one of those things where, I don't feel like going to class. Fuck it. I'm shy. I don't have to show up. Look at that. And I'm a special case. And I don't have to show up to class. I'm just going to fake an anxiety. Bullshit. I've
Based on
changed
what
it
he
to,
said.
I sort of, if you want to do like a Supreme Court on this and make this a guilty or not guilty, guilty.
Oh, I
That's
totally
it.
think guilty. But I can buy that he definitely has some anxiety issues when it comes to women. But I
If
think
he's not lying
instead
about
of
it, I
right, but instead of actually acknowledging that he has a problem, he's just expecting everyone else to work around his issues because he's special, and people should, be making accommodations for him. I mean, he said, if you want to attract males to these courses, you have to work with them. He feels like
no, no,
he's
no, no.
entitled. It's a sense of entitlement. This guy's obviously got ego issues on top of being, shy.
I don't see what about a classroom full of women that wouldn't attract more males to the class. That'd
It
be the
would be
first one you
nice,
want to have
yeah.
to do. Like, oh, I'm going to hang out with a whole classroom full of ladies. Ha ha. Ha ha. You know? Like, that's what a lot of guys would think. Like, yeah, I'm going to go in
I'm,
there and I'm going to go, spend a couple hours sitting next to some pretty ladies. That's what's bad about that.
Right, exactly. What did he think was going to happen? Did he think that they were going to start picking on him because he's a guy? That they were going to attack him, like
It's
verbally make fun of him or something? I don't know exactly what he anticipated was going to happen that made him so anxiety ridden that he just couldn't even bear the thought of sitting in a room for 2 hours once a week for 4 months.
and once again, his discomfort based on his individual preference. Individual preference of what? Being surrounded, like going to a sausage fest instead? Hey, it's 2014. If you're gay, that's okay.
Right, but
If
yeah, even
you're
gay
part of
men
a
for
company of males, ain't nobody have problems with that. We're all progressives here. If you prefer being around the guys, that's cool.
and
Have
if
at
and
it.
if you're too uncomfortable to go to class, then drop out of the
Drop
class.
the
You drop the
class.
course. You don't sue the teacher for discrimination because she failed you for never showing up.
Yeah, that's one of the things that you have to do. Like, you have to show up to class in order to get credit for the class. I'm
I
not
know
sure
it's
what, like,
crazy.
maybe this guy's like missing a couple of things. Like, not only is he afraid to be around women, he also doesn't know that in order to get credit for participation and what was it, attendance and participation, that you
Hmm.
actually have to attend and participate.
Right.
This is ridiculous.
Yes, it is. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's like a child throwing a hissy fit because he doesn't want to be around the girls because they've got cooties
Or something. Like,
or
this is
something.
it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Hey, if you enjoyed this clip, make sure to like and leave a comment below, or even share. Sharing is caring. If you want to see more TYT Nation videos, go to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/TYT Nation. Thank you for watching.